Hello, Elizabeth here, and today I'm going to show you how to use the Cricut EasyPress 2, which is a heat press you can use to apply various heat-sensitive materials. I have made a lot of different heat transfer vinyl projects in the past, but I always just use my household iron or the Cricut EasyPress Mini. I was recently gifted the Cricut EasyPress 2, and I've been so excited to try it out. For this video, I made a set of matching t-shirts for a bachelorette party, and it was definitely the fastest and easiest experience I've had using HTV. I'm gonna walk you through everything step by step. This is my Cricut EasyPress 2. It came with the heat press, a protective base, and this fabric bag to store it in. This green glitter Cricut logo was actually a heat transfer vinyl decal that came separate in the box and included instructions to teach you how to use the machine for the first time by applying it to this fabric bag. I thought that was such a great idea. It's a very practical way to test the machine, and now my storage bag has this cute logo on it. The heat press plugs into the wall and has a digital display and buttons that are easy to use. When you power it on, the Cricut button on the right is lit orange until the machine comes to temperature. You can use these temperature and timer buttons with the plus and minus signs on the right to set the machine to whatever settings you need for your project. When your machine comes to the temperature you set, it will beep and the Cricut light will turn green. When you push the green button, it starts counting down the timer you set. And again, it will beep when the timer is finished and it will reset for your next press. When you're done using the press, you can just power it off and let it sit in its protective base until it has fully cooled. For this project, I'm using plain white t-shirts. When using heat transfer vinyl, it's safest to wash and dry your shirts without fabric softener before applying your vinyl, just in case the shirt will shrink. This step isn't necessary if you buy shirts that indicate they have been pre-shrunk. I'm using Siser Easyweed heat transfer vinyl in the shade Passion Pink. Most of the time, your vinyl will tell you all the necessary settings for temperature, time, how much pressure to use, whether to preheat the fabric, and whether to do a hot or cold peel of the carrier sheet after pressing the vinyl. If you can't find those settings, Cricut has a heat guide on their website where you can select your machine, your material, and your base, and it will give you a set of instructions for your project. I have this linked in the description of this video along with links to the products I'm using. I uploaded the design I'm using to Cricut Design Space to cut out my HTV. Always make sure your design is mirrored before cutting heat transfer vinyl. This is because the plastic carrier sheet you place your heat press on goes on top, and we're actually cutting on the underside of the design, so your vinyl should be placed shiny side down or colored side down on the mat. Then you can weed out all of the negative space from your design, and when you flip it over, you should see your design the way it will look when you transfer it onto the shirt. I'm placing my heat press mat inside of the shirt to give a nice flat base to iron on top of and to protect the surface my shirt is sitting on. You can also use a folded towel if you don't have one of these. I'm using my heat press to preheat the shirt and to smooth out any wrinkles. I measure the space to see where the design should be placed, and once everything is aligned, I'm ready to press the design. I carefully lifted the heat press off of its base and set it down, covering my entire design. I pressed the Cricut button to start the timer, and I'm pressing down with medium pressure. At this point, your vinyl may say to flip your project over and press from the back side for another 15 seconds. Once the timer went off, I removed the press, and my vinyl says I can do a hot peel, so I'm peeling that carrier sheet off right away. And that's it, my design is good to go. It's recommended to wash HTV projects inside out and avoid washing them for at least 24 hours after pressing the design. I'm really happy with this heat press. I found it so much easier to get a nice even pressure and temperature in one pass instead of having to move my iron all around to cover the whole design and having to guess if my temperature is where I need it to be. I hope you found this tutorial helpful, and if you enjoyed this video, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and leave a comment letting me know what sort of videos you'd like to see in the future. See you later!